Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I have the figure I've been looking for so long, and I finally found her. And at GameStop you can see I paid $24.99 for this figure, which I think is maybe a little bit too much, maybe $3 more than it's really worth. But I was so excited when I saw this figure, I had to get it as soon as possible. This is the only one I really wanted from that entire wave. I wanted Miles, I wanted Gwen, and I wanted Spider-Punk. Everyone else I was okay with missing out on, and the only two I found were $20.99 and Gwen, and of course Jessica Drew, but I haven't picked up Jessica Drew. And now they're all gone from the stores, so that sucks. I missed out on pretty much all the figures I wanted. But I'm happy to have Gwen. That's the only one I really needed. Everyone else I was okay with missing out on, but Gwen is the one I absolutely needed. I was trying so hard to find her, and I did. So let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. The front of the box, you have a nice picture of Miles and $20.99 and Gwen swinging together. Well, if you've seen the movie, you know the context. They're chasing them. Of course, they're not swinging together. And then there's the portal down here, the octagon-shaped portal. It says Spider-Gwen here in its little badge. Across the Spider-Verse at the top. Of course, this packaging is so tall it's hard to fit it in the screen, but you know, you can kind of see everything. Here's Gwen right here, everything she comes with. If you flip her around, you have a little bit more to talk about. There's Gwen doing a nice little stance. All the figures in the wave. Yes, I really wanted him, and I really wanted him. I needed a Miles from this animated universe. I have a Peter B. Parker. He is the Sentinel version, I believe. So I didn't need the Marvel Legends, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have picked him up. He just, compared to the Sentinel, he just does not even come close to that type of quality. And then after seeing the movie, I was more interested in the Spot. Before seeing it, I thought he looked like a really awkward figure. Just like size-wise, he looked very not fun, to be honest. But now that I've seen the movie, I'm like, okay, he's pretty cool. I kind of want him a little bit. And then Jessica, I just have no interest in her whatsoever. I did not like her in the movie as a character. I just thought she was incredibly annoying. Not like she was a bad character in the movie. I just thought her character was like she was like a villain essentially. So I guess they accomplished that, you know what I mean? But yeah, so let's go ahead and get back to the front of the box so we can open this thing up and actually enjoy the figure. So let's go ahead and transition to that. And this is pretty much all you got. She is very top heavy. You don't get too much, unfortunately. Of course, this is the Marvel Legends wave, so why would you get a bunch of accessories with your toys? But what you do get is fine. One thing that's interesting, before we get into the mask, because that's the part I'm most excited for. Gosh, she's so skinny and so flimsy. I'm a little bit worried about articulating her. But no, she has not a single set of hands. These look like they're a set, they're not. So you have a fist, a web, you have this kind of like open, like maybe she's about to turn it into a thwipping hand. Maybe she's mid, like hello, like I don't know, talking, like just describing something hand. That's kind of open. And then this one, it looks similar, but it's not the same hand. Like this one's like kind of closed. The hands are like that. Not a single set. You could call this a set, sure, but like I'm not, because they're not a set. They're two different hands doing two different things, which I'm fine with. But like, can we get an extra fist? Can we get an extra thwip? $24, man. Come on, like toss that in there. Give it to us. Like, why not? But beyond that, I'm happy with what we get. I love this mask. In fact, I'm going to put this mask on instead of her head. I do like her head sculpt, but I prefer the mask. One thing that's going to upset me is this hood, which don't get me wrong, I do love this hood. You can just sit there and then you can take it off when you want to put on the other head. But I'm going to lose this. I know it. I'm going to lose this piece somewhere. Here's the head sculpt for Gwen. It looks insane. Look at that sculpt work. The piercings on the eyebrow, the eyes look amazing. The hair, obviously it's super long, so it's hard to articulate the head when it's on, but it looks so pretty. I love this head sculpt. I love Gwen as a character, Spider-Gwen specifically. So I want to pop this one on just because I think it looks a lot better. Does it sit decently enough? I wish it would come down just a hair more, so it's not like elevated, but it does look pretty cool. Let me raise up my camera just a bit so you can see everything. And then that is the hooded head sculpt. It looks so good. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the pink on the inside of the hood, the pink lenses with the white. Wow, that looks so cool. And then the pink arms. They're not textured or anything. They're pretty flat, but they look great. Pink and blue. And then her shoes. One thing that surprised me, I thought her shoes would have a swivel here. We'll get to that when we talk about the articulation, but yeah, no swivel. But this looks pretty much as close to Spider-Gwen as you can get in Marvel Legends form. Obviously, there are more expensive figures that look maybe a little bit better. They have the details like the texturing and all that. If you want to spend that money, go for it. But for 24 bucks, I'd say this is a pretty good representation of a character we all, know and love. So I'm happy to have it in the Marvel Legends form. Obviously, I do want to upgrade my figure down the line and get regular old, like Moth-X or Sentinel or whatever. I want to get a full wave of Sentinels from the movie. I had Peter B. Parker, I need Miles, and I need Gwen. Then I'm set, That's the three I need, and they're just so expensive, so I really have to space out purchases like that. I can't just make those on a whim. Of course, it's super annoying because the longer you wait, the more expensive they get, but and then the other weird thing about this figure is when I opened it up in the package, this arm was flipped around like that. So hopefully it's not damaged or anything. You can see just how loose and flimsy everything is. Like, it feels like that is seconds away from falling off. Obviously, I'm not helping it but when I do stuff like that. But she's such a skinny character. It's hard to put her in figure form and have her be sturdy. I don't know what you could have done to fix that. Maybe, I don't know. You can't really bulk her up or anything like that. So I don't know. She's just a difficult character being in this animated form and animated style. It's hard to translate to figure form, and I think they did a fairly decent job. I'm just worried every time I move anything. I guess make the joints smoother. That way you're not getting that resistance when you lift up the arms. Just make it more buttery and smooth. I guess if you grab it in the right spot, it's not that big of an issue, but then again, these are toys, and toys are made for a certain age that like to be rough and boom, 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 and I just don't think this, with an actual child, would last very long, and that's my main concern. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this hand out just because it looks a little odd when she's not actually flipping. There's no effects, no web effects, nothing like that. You just have the hands and the head. Unfortunately, I wish you could have gotten just a little bit more, but no, I think it looks great. I guess it's time to go over articulation, starting with the head. The head can go back quite a bit. I do wish this maybe had a peg it could fit into, and that way you could just plop it in there and it could hold a little bit better. Maybe some glue would work. I don't want to glue it because then you can't swap it, but I don't know. It might have been a better choice to just a little peg like that, just to hold it down. I don't know if that would work when you're going up and down like that, but it goes down like so. It goes down fairly decently. It does look weird in the back, but that's just how it is with this type of figure. Swivel all the way around, or not swivel, but it does shake all the way around, and it does swivel all the way around, of course. It does both those things, not just one. The arm can come up to very high. These arms, I don't know why they made the slit so deep, but it can go up very high. Rotates all the way around like so. Swivel here at the bicep. Double jointed pinless arms can go up all the way. so she can like contemplate what she's done, or she's shocked, or I don't know, something's going on there. The wrist can come down, it can come in, and it can go all the way around like so. Ab crunch, it can go back, it can go forward, and it can go side to side. Nothing spectacular there. If you've watched my videos before, you probably know I don't love the articulation for the ladies. They could do what they do with the guys and have better ab crunches, especially the more modern ab crunch style, because basically the more modern figures like the new Spider-Man just took what the ladies had but also gave them the ab crunch, so it does both, which is fine. I think we could get away with it. I don't know why we don't do that. I know it would look a little goofy, but like action figures look goofy. That's just like something you can't avoid. There's going to be hinges and things like that just you can't escape them. So I think adding that to their stomach for better ab articulation would really go a long way in making these figures just a little bit better, you know? But I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's just something I'd like to see. At least attempt it, you know? One day, maybe. I think it would be worth it to try. But for now, good enough for a female figure, you know what I mean? The legs come down like so. So she does do the 90-degree bend if you add the legs into it, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Of course, that means the legs can come up to about right there. That's fairly high. Of course, they can do the splits like so. I guess that's two different versions of the splits, so they can do that, and then if you go like that, yeah, two different versions of the splits. Both are pretty spectacular. Swivel here at the thigh can go all the way around like so. Fairly standard there. Pinless double jointed knees can go all the way up to her own ass, kicking her own ass. Like to see that there. Again, no swivel at the shoe. I thought there would be. It's not that skinny. Obviously, you can do it for the wrist, you can do it for the ankles, but no, it's not there. The ankle itself will swivel all the way around. Toe will bend down to that far. That's pretty deep, especially she's a ballerina, so that's perfect for her. And all the way up like so. I like to see it. I just wish there was a swivel at the top of the shoe just to spin it around. But yeah, you know, this is my first Gwen Stacy Spider-Gwen figure, so I wasn't sure what to expect, and I think I can say this delivered. Yeah, I think that's how I feel. Obviously, I'm a little worried with this figure. I'm a little worried that it's going to break. It feels so fragile, but it does look fairly good. There are some things I would improve upon, like this. I might end up gluing it down because I don't know how often I'll use this head sculpt. I do love this head sculpt. It does look great. But I don't know. I like this mask a lot more too. So I guess it all just depends on if I can find a Miles figure to go with her. The only Miles I have is the Spider-Man, the PlayStation Spider-Man Miles, and I guess, well, I have him right here. I have this Miles, who kind of works. They're just different styles, so not really. They don't really work, I guess. it looks a little awkward. He's so much shorter than she is. The proportions are off. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. So yeah, I need another Miles. I need the animated Miles, and then I'll be happy. Just one more thing and I'll be happy. But no, I'm happy with this figure. So if you guys have this figure, let me know what you think of her down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of her based on this video alone, I guess. You don't need to have the figure to judge it, I suppose. You could just judge it from what I've shown you. She is very hard to stand because her ankles are so skinny and she's so top heavy. Oh, I thought I had her. Yeah, so leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, all the things. Hold on, I almost got her. Okay, all the things YouTubers ask you to do, just do it for me as well. And I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon.